Let's play super awesome poker. I'm going to shuffle the cards.
The chip leader is in seat 5. The pro awaits in seat 3. But alas, the maniac sits in waiting in seat 4.
We are playing No Limit. Hold'em. 6 players. The blinds are 100 and 200. Let's see what the first player to act has. Ace, Jack, Ace of spades, Jack of diamonds. What should that player do? Well, that's the pro. He's a poker pro. He likes that hand. He's first to act. Should he call, raise, or fold? Well, he likes the hand. He's definitely going to call or raise. He will call. The 200. He wants to play that hand. Let's see what the next player has.
The notorious maniac.
9, 8, 9 of club, 8 of hearts.
The maniac is wearing a disguise. Will he be recognized?
That's the maniac player. He's going to call that hand.
The maniac is insanely unpredictable.
Is that a good call? No. But he's a maniac. A poker maniac. Poker maniacs play everything and anything at any given time. You have no idea what they're going to do, what they're holding, what they're folding. It's just maniac behavior. Let's see what the next player has. King, 5, suited. King of diamond, 5 of diamond.
What would the chip leader do in response to the maniac?
Well, he has 2 players calling. He could fold that hand. But he likes the fact that there's 2 players calling. More money in the pot. So that's the way he's looking at it. And he does have 2 diamonds. He is suited. And he likes the card, the king. It makes him feel important. He's going to call. He's in. Let's see what the button has. King, 10, suited. The button is debating on whether to raise with his king, 10, suited.
Why would the button want to raise here?
If he raises, he might be able to push some of these players out.
Should he attempt to push his opponents out?
He's thinking about it. Looks like he's gone into the tank. Would you be able to make this decision quickly? Or would you have to go into the tank? There might be sharks in there. You probably don't want to go in there.
What thoughts are going through the mind of the player in the tank?
The decision here would be based on what your range is. A range is what cards you play. Is King 10 suited in your range? Are you a tight player or are you a loose player? Oh, looks like he's come out of the tank. The button has decided to flat call. No raise, but no fold either. He's calling. He's in. Let's see what the small blind has. Another king. A third king. That's usually trouble. King of club, 2 of spades. He already has $100 committed. He's very loose, this player. His range is wider. He plays more hands than average. And he doesn't want to give up his $100 that he already put in there. He's going to actually call King 2 offsuit. Not a super awesome poker decision. Seat 1 has decided to do so. Let's see what the big blind has. He has an option to raise. Will he? Ace. 3. Ace of club. 3 of diamond. He will check his option to raise. Did anybody fold? Nobody folded. So we have 6 players. The chips go in the pot. This can often be referred to as a family pot, but I don't think these players are in the same family. Let's burn and turn the flop. We burn and turn the first 3 cards. Here we go. Wow. 6, 5, 4. Rainbow. Rainbow means all different suits. 6 of diamonds. 5 of heart. 4 of spades. The button is here. This player is first to act. What does he have? Well, he has a 2. If there was a 3, he would have a straight. He needs a 3 to make a straight. He has a gut shot straight draw. A gut shot straight draw is when you need a card that's somewhere in the middle of the straight. It's not on the end. It's not on the bottom end or the top end. It's in the middle. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. He needs a 3. How many 3s are in a deck? 4. Assuming nobody has a 3 or threw away a 3. This player has a 3, but he doesn't know that. You do, because you're super awesome poker aficionados or players, and you get to see everybody's whole card. This player assumes he has 4 outs to get that 3, and of course, he has an over card, a card that is higher in the authority spectrum than all the cards on the board. 1 over card in a gut shot straight.
This player has limited opportunities.
He will check. Let's see what his opponents do. Ace 3 offsuit. He also has a gut shot straight, but he needs a 2. He has ace, no 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6 would be irrelevant. Or actually, he could go 6, 5, 4, 3, and a 2. And the ace would be irrelevant. Of course, if another ace came on the board, that would give him high pair. So he's going to check as well. Because he has draws. This player has draws, possibilities, but nothing of consequence already. Nothing made. Let's see what that player does. That's the pro. He has 2 players checking to him, but he has 3 players behind him. It's a good opportunity for that player to get a free card. He'll check with his ace jack offsuit. Let's see what this player does. That's the Maniac player. He has 9, 8. Doesn't really have anything, right? But a 7 would give him a straight. He has a gut shot straight as well. But his straight would be higher than everybody else's gut shot straight. He would have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And the 4 would be irrelevant. He really needs a 7 or an 8 or a 9 so he could get a pair. He also has nothing, but he's thinking about betting because he's a maniac player.
What will the maniac do now?
So he's going to go ahead and bet just because he feels like it. He'll bet 3. He's a maniac. Let's see what the King 5 suited does. He has diamonds. There's 1 diamond on the board. He has a backdoor flush draw. He needs 2 more diamonds to make a flush. He would have the King high flush if that happens. He also has a pair of 5s, right? 5, 5. He has middle pair. He has connected with the board, so to speak. A card in his hand matches up with a card on the board, so he makes that pair. So he has 5s with the King kicker. Should he call the Maniac's 300? Yes, because he knows that player is a maniac. And he's probably trying to push him out. Push him out, meaning bluff, make a bet that makes no sense and has no logic whatsoever. That's what maniacs do. This player here is going to call the 300. He won't raise. He knows better. Let's see what the button does. What does the button have? 2 hearts with the 3rd heart on the board. That's it. It doesn't have anything else. Except 2 overcards, 2 cards that are higher in authority than anything on the board. He doesn't want to pay 300. He will fold. Let's see what this player does with his King 2. He knows if he hits a straight, it's going to be a low straight, right? And, if a 3 comes on the board, then that'll give everybody an opportunity. It would be too obvious of a straight. It would be 3, 4, 5, 6. Another player could have a 7. Another player could have the 2, and it'd have to split the pot. But everybody loves a split pot. But this player kind of wants it all, and he doesn't see that he could get the best possible hand, even if he hit what he's looking for. He will fold. Ace 3 doesn't want to fold. He likes his ace.
How many outs does this player have?
If a 7 comes out, he'll get a straight. If a 2 comes out, he'll get a straight. That gives him 8 outs. And of course, if an ace comes out, he'll have aces, basically. He'll call. He's going to call. It's a very aggressive player. Let's see what the pro does. The pro does not like the board. Why? The board favors low cards. Yes, he has an ace, which could be high or low. But he was really kind of looking for more queen, king, ace, something, cards that were higher. He's not connecting with the board very well. Even if a 2, 3 came out and he got a straight, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would be a low straight. It just doesn't make sense for him to call. He has analyzed all of the possibilities. And the fact that there's 3 players in the hand already, he'll fold. The maniac is excited.
The maniac's diabolical plan is working so far.
All the chips go in the pot, and we burn and turn. The next card. Who do you want to win? Who's your favorite? Let's burn and turn the turn. Burn. 7. Uh-oh.
Did the maniac just make a straight? He has 9, 8.
7, 6, 5, 4. That means straights for more than one opponent. This opponent has a straight. from the 3 up, which is kind of his biggest fear, right? Because he's thinking, well, somebody could get a higher straight than me.
What shall this player do?
He's going to check even though he has a straight. You see the straight, right? We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But of course, if somebody has an 8, they would have it higher straight. Unfortunately, the maniac actually does. Such a maniac. What should the maniac do now? He's actually hit something. He actually has something. Maybe he'll check now, since he's hit the best hand on the board, right? If he checks now, he'll get more money out of his opponents. He's a maniac. He's like, oh, I'll try this, I'll try that. Obviously, he should bet, right? But no. He's going to do the exact opposite of what makes logic sense. He'll check the nuts. He basically has the nuts. Here's his straight all the way up to the 9.
A thin line between insanity and genius.
Are there any flush possibilities?
Are there any flush possibilities? I guess. If somebody has 2 hearts, they could get a flush if another heart came up. He does have a heart in his hand, so that's a blocker. Alright, so he doesn't even care if somebody else gets a flush. Moving on to the King 5 suited. He's going to bet. The maniac checked to him. Little does he know, the maniac is setting a trap. This player will bet. He's falling into the trap. He'll bet low. He'll bet 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9. Yeah, so there's about 2,100 in the pot. So he'll bet 6 just to see, which is, even better for the maniac with his trap pouncing on poor Mr. King 5, who bets, okay, because he has a pair and nobody else bet. It's not very bright of him. He has a pair, but it's like one of the lower pairs, and it's an obvious straight on the board. I mean, this player could beat him with his low straight. This player would do what? He would fold, right? He's a more educated player. He knows that, yes, I have a small straight, but clearly somebody else is easily going to have a larger one. Or he's going to say, well, and if they don't, then they bluffed me out of the pot. He'll fold. The maniac is going to check raise. Or should he?
One more card is left. Should the maniac check raise now or on the river?
Yeah, the maniac's going to check raise. He's going to bet 12. Now what does King 5 do?
What is running through the chip leader's mind? What is his analysis of the situation with the maniac?
Well, he thinks that the maniac is bluffing. He says,
Nice try! You can't bluff me out!
and the maniac just laughs like a maniac. Well, the King 5 is going to call that bet, believe it or not. I don't know why. There's something going on between the two players. They're in some sort of man competition. He'll call. His stack is wobbling over. All right. We are still heads up. All the chips go into the ever-growing pot. We're going to burn and turn the river. I don't know if there's any help for this player here or not. Probably not. Let's burn. A 6. Interesting. Let's see. So the board has paired with 6s. Still a straight on the board. Potential straight on the board. You only need one more card to make a straight. This player still has, the Maniac player still has his straight. And this player now has 2 pairs, of course, because there are 6s on the board. And he still has his 5. The king was useless to him. The Maniac will bet now, hoping that his not so bright opponent will call. He's going to bet for value. He'll bet a little bit smaller, which is a little ironic. He'll just bet 500. His last bet was a raise to 12. He'll bet 5. See if his opponent will go for it, will take the bait. This opponent realizes that he has been trapped into calling the last hand and has conceded his loss and says,
I guess you got me.
and he doesn't show his cards, and this player wins. The Maniac! As he laughs and laughs and laughs.
Ha ha ha! Foiled all of you!
And that's the hand.